Hey everyone, JP here from Organic Price Books. Yes, it's me. This is what I look like. My hair is a mess right now. I haven't had a haircut in so long. But enough about me. I know you guys don't really care. So, what we're gonna do in this video is I'm gonna be going over some FAQs, questions that a lot of you guys have been asking me repeatedly every single day. So I'll be answering a lot of that in this video, and also I'll be showing you like a little behind the scenes of my warehouse, if you can actually call it a warehouse, what I go through to pack your books, and just the wear and tear of certain books I'm putting on every single week, the damages and whatnot, and just like a little look at what's going on with my life. So what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna switch the camera to the other way. I really like this painting right here. Every single time I work, it's like mindset is everything, because I'm a little goldfish right now trying to be a shark like IST. So anyways, first we're gonna be going over the damaged products that I have listed. These are just small examples. So we got this Cosmic Donny Cates. It's just like little corner things. Same thing with the AMS2. This one doesn't even look that bad, but just little rips and whatnot. I'm gonna start calling it just below pristine, because that's what Brandon from BJ Kicks YouTube video always calls it. You know, same thing with the Invincibles. I believe this one is actually like a little corner one right here, and this one, same thing. It's always the corners. That's basically it. So a lot of my wear and tear products, they're all like, most of them are all sealed and whatnot, and it's just like stuff in the corner. And you know, if there's anything damaged at all, it's just unsellable for a lot of collectors. So here's a little look of my warehouse. Let's see if I make the camera actually, that's a zoom in. See if I can make it smaller. So this is basically my garage. I have like a bunch of UPS buckets here, and just I have Marvel titles on the left, DC titles in the middle, Superman Exile, bunch of packing supplies on the bottom, a bunch of boxes on top that I use, sodas. So I'm still like clearing things out and moving things around. I'm trying to have this entire garage just basically for the books, or for OPB. So in this corner we have the bubble wrap. All this literally goes away in like a week. But I will be using packing peanuts. So my first batch is actually not going to be biodegradable, because I did not know about like that option. But the next batches afterwards will be biodegradable. You could put it in the sink, run it through some hot water, and it'll just dissolve. So it's good for an environment, because I'm always for, you know, the environment. And little Oreo, he's super curious right now. He's gonna ask it. So we got the little treadmill right here. This is literally just a storage rack right now most of the time, because I have to store stuff here. This is my little gym. This actually is foldable, so I could fold it up when I need more space. And then, you know, these cases right here, it's just basically Roger Stern. We got the East of West 3, 2, and 1, and just a bunch of random boxes I left on the side right here that I'm gonna be sending to Amazon. My little dolly to send out mail. This guy really likes to go everywhere right now. Yeah, and just like random stuff I'm putting off to the side to give back to my mom, because she just gave me just so much stuff. So there's this little table right here that I use. I literally pack everything in the middle of the garage because it's super convenient for me. I have little 2 tables, and underneath is just like 2 buckets that I put like trash and like shipping labels that are used and whatnot. And all these books right here is basically Berserk. I kind of goof and bought 250 copies, and not all 250 copies sold. I was gonna try and put it on Amazon, but Amazon just undercut me like crazy each time. So I might just have to sell it at a loss, just send it all to Amazon just to make some space. But yeah, but the thing, how I used to pack was actually, inside this kitchen. Oh crap, I stepped on a bubble. Sorry, I made a lot of noise. But yeah, I just packed in here. I have some music playing right now. Just chill. And then my little computer is, hey, there's a little Alfie, my little fat corgi. He's like, hey, what's going on? But yeah, my little computer where I talk to you guys and do your labels and whatnot. But I used to literally bring the boxes from the garage in here and just pack all your stuff over and over. The reason why is because I literally had a car parked here, my dad's car parked here ever since, for 2 years since I've been living here. And I finally got him to move it into a different house last week. So literally this is my setup just a week ago. So this is very convenient. So imagine me going back and forth from the garage to the kitchen with cases and boxes and just bringing buckets and buckets to my dolly. It was very time consuming, but we're better now, and I'm not complaining because having problems is great. I love problems because it just means that when you solve it, you're getting better. And then the more problems you solve, the more money you make. The bigger problems you solve, the more money you make. I mean, that's one of my mentors that taught me. Dean Graziosi, that's his one saying is, if you don't have big problems, or if your problems are just like, small things like somebody forgot your water, or your waiter, you ordered a steak and it came out well done instead of medium well, and you're upset about that just means you don't have enough problems in your life to move forward. And that's just my little go-to saying for whenever something inconvenient and I'm just like, this problem's not big enough to get mad about. So anyways, so that's my little, this little tape machine is so cool. It has like automatic dispensers for the length I want because I used to pack it in normal tape, but now just like I'm trying to get through as much boxes as quickly as possible because your orders be stacking up, dude. I'm doing like 100 books a day now. It's crazy, and I love it. It's fun. So now I think that's all you guys need to see in the warehouse, right? You guys don't really need to see anything else. All right, so we're gonna go back to this crazy guy right here. Let me set down my camera. All right here. All right, this is good. All right, I think this is good. So I have a list right under me right now of questions. So question number 1 is, what is FOC? So FOC basically means final order cutoff. You see that on the banner of my website all the time. And it just means that we have a certain amount of, us retailers have a deadline to give the distributors like Diamond or Penguin Random House or Lunar, whoever distributes books, the number of books that we want. So for example, Spider-Man. So we have an FOC, I think it's May 21st or something like that, for the Ultimate Spider-Man, how many we want. And so let's say I do pre-orders of that title all the way up until the 21st, and then I'll be like, hey, 200 people want Ultimate Spider-Man, so I'll tell Diamond, I'm like, hey, I want 500 copies. That way I have extras for whenever it gets released. So that's basically what FOC means. So we can tell the publishers how many copies that we want. All right, so I hope that's helped. And then all my pre-orders will always be on the website until 80% of it is sold. The reason why I keep it like that and not 100% is because sometimes I get damaged books, or I get shorted a lot. Yeah, I know you guys all know about all the shortages that's been going on, especially with like Usagi Yojimbo and whatnot. So that's how it's been working right now. And then number 2, when are pre-orders charged? Pre-orders are charged, or basically everything is charged right at checkout. The reason why is because we're using the Shopify platform. They want you to charge everything right away. If you wait, they're gonna charge you a fee. I think it's like 2 or 3% processing fee for charging later. I think it's like if you charge 7 days later, and I don't know how it is like if you wait like 6 months later and charge. And then you also have to manually do it yourself. So imagine me doing pre-orders, and then I have like 1,000 something books I need to manually go through each time a book is released. So that's the reason why I do pre-orders right off the bat. I may maybe start looking into different softwares or e-commerce platforms down the road, maybe like 2 years from now. But right now, this is where I'm sticking. I'm sticking to what I know best. International shipping. So I do international shipping. If you add an item to the cart, you will see the best rates possible with the carriers of your selection. And then I will also be opening a FedEx account soon and giving a FedEx option on the website. I know I've been telling a lot of my international customers that for about 2 weeks now, but I just been caught up on a lot of manual packing and just catching up on orders. So hopefully this weekend I will have that option available. So back orders. People are asking how back orders work. So basically, everything on the website for back orders, they're all available through the distributors. They have it in stock, so I don't put items that are out of stock from the distributors for back order. Only what they have available at the very moment. So the reason why is because, as you can tell, I have a very small garage and I can't store hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of titles. So this is the best way for me to give you a copy of a book if you don't mind waiting. And how back orders work is for anything DC and Dark Horse related, I could get it in a week because it's through Penguin Random House and they ship really fast, and Lunar, they ship really fast. So you place any back orders before Thursday, I can have that process and usually have it coming in the next week on the following Wednesday. Back orders for Diamond, on the other hand, takes about maybe 2 to 3 weeks because it takes them 1 week to process the order. So they process all new back orders or orders on Wednesday, and it'll take a full week for them to process it, and then a full week or maybe 2 weeks, if they're behind, and then it'll take another week because they'll ship it out on Monday, right? But then the shipping companies that I've been working with right now take a full week to deliver it. So it's just a long process. So 3 weeks max when you do a back order or reorders. And number 5, packing material. So what I'm doing about packing material right now is I'll be upgrading to double wall boxes and moving on to packing peanuts, because as you can tell, flip the camera over, I don't really have a bubble wrap roller or anything. I've been manually rolling it myself, and these it takes a good few minutes at a time just to pack one book. So what I'll be going to do now is using packing peanuts instead, because I'll have like a little packing peanut dispenser. It'll go into the box and it'll take my workflow from just taking a few minutes packing per book to hopefully less than a minute, so I could get books out there much faster. So right now I'm just trying to get books out more efficiently, and just thinking about the fastest way to get books out and safely as well. And then all my packing peanuts, I forgot if I said it, are going to be biodegradable because I want to be eco-friendly. So I hope you guys don't stress too much about that. Number 6, am I gonna get helpers or a warehouse? Yeah. So if everything goes well, I'm hoping to get a warehouse and helpers or employees on the 4th quarter, because usually in the 4th quarter is when stuff starts picking up. A lot of new books come out, and I'm gonna need to pack a lot more. So fingers crossed for the 4th quarter for a warehouse and helpers. So we'll see. Number 7, what projects am I working on? So the projects I'm working right now is actually making a custom-made T-shirt. Brandon from BJ Kicks actually made me a design. It's like, "Are you down with OPB?" which is really cool. I may put like a link or pictures on my Facebook page just for you guys to see and what are your thoughts. But I'll be, making T-shirts, bookmarks, and book stands just whenever I have available time to talk to suppliers, distributors, and all that. Because right now, the majority of my time is spent packing books. I know just this week I spent like 15 hours in one day because I got a lot of like 3 pallets in this week, and I just been packing away. So I work on that when I can. Number 8, how did I get started? So it's kind of funny. I got started in this business on accident. My girlfriend asked me to get her a book from Amazon. I think it's like the newest Twilight book. It's like Moonlight something. I forgot the name, but it's like Moonlight something. And I was like, and I got recommended DC's from from DC. And I was like, you know what? I never read a comic book, and I want to, actually read a book read a comic book with pictures, because all I've been reading for the past, what am I, 18? 7, for like 7 years was like personal development and business books. That's been my life for so long. It's just reading nothing but that stuff. So DC's was really cool. I was like, man, I bought that book. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I really like the story. It's crazy zombies, the zombie Superman, zombie whatnot. And then I bought my first omnibus maybe a week later. It was Injustice. And I read that thing so quick. It was awesome. I didn't think of how great it would be. And then after that, I read Invincibles, and I was like, you know what? I'm hooked, And then I was like, I think my first month or two, I spent about $10,000 or $20,000 of omnibuses. I had a whole wall of books like right off the bat, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to figure out a way how to get this stuff cheaper. So I was like, what I did was I typed in Google comic book distributors, and the very first thing that popped up was Diamond. And I was like, okay, let me open an account with them, or like try to like apply for an application, because I had like my resale license and LLC and all that made in February of 2020, but I never did anything with that, because that's when peak COVID started happening and like a lot of businesses shut down. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, chill for a little bit. And oh yeah, I also started reading comics in October, so October of 2020, so not too long ago. So I'm still kind of new. So this is all brand new, and that's how I got started, was basically because my girlfriend asked her to buy her a book, and I was like, yeah, what's up? I'll buy you a book, and I started reading. And then, I applied for Diamond, and the idea was just to buy cases of books that I was interested in. Like, let's say a new book's coming out, and I'll just buy a case for myself and sell the rest. And that's basically what I did in November and December, is just bought a few cases of books, and I posted on Facebook groups, and they were like, yeah, I'll buy it from you. And then people were like very receptive or nice about saying, wow, this guy's really fast at shipping, or this guy's like has good customer service. And then I saw a lot of complaints of other companies like not responding to emails and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, let's launch a website and see how it goes. And what really helped me take off is me contacting Steven from Gem Mint, and then I was like, hey dude, you wanna let me sponsor you if that's cool? And he was like yeah, sure. So we worked out a deal, and I was like, wow, that sponsoring him was like the stepping stone of giving me more confidence in contacting other people, because I was like, oh, if I could contact Steven and he's cool with it, then all right, let me contact Omar. And Omar is under contract, and I don't want to say all this other stuff, but we work things out, and I give him stuff and he shouts me out. That's cool too. It's like Omar is super cool. He's super friendly. You know, I was like, after like talking to Steven and talking to Omar, I was like, you know what? I could talk to anybody because everybody in this comic book industry is like really, really nice. And I really dig that because where I came from was I was a gamer and I used to game for like, 12, 18 hours a day. And the gaming community could be kind of toxic. So I was always around like toxic people, always name calling, talking like, we have a Discord group, right? And as soon as I join a group, they'll be like, "What's up, ugly?" Stuff like that. So, yeah, I was always surrounded by people that would always like put you down or like say negative things about you, just cause it's the norm. And I always told myself I wanted to find better friends and more like supportive people, but I was always like afraid or shy to like meet new people or step out of my little bubble because I'm basically an introvert at heart, and doing this stuff right now is still kind of scary. I'm just like, ooh, what do people think I'm ugly or my voice is weird and stuff like that. But I'm trying to do more of this stuff because I want to give everybody full transparency on what's going on about the business, why there's delays, answers to this and that. That way, you as a consumer are not clueless on what's going on in the industry. So I'll be relaying all the information that I receive from distributors and companies to you guys because I feel like there's a hole in the community right now where like you don't know what's going on about delays and whatnot, and then I would like to be there to help you guys out with that situation. And that's why I got started in this business, because I saw a gap in communication with a lot of companies, and I was like, hey, let me join in here and then disrupt the market. And I love running businesses. It's like my hobby. It's so fun. Besides like working out and playing tennis, running businesses are cool too. So that's what I do, and that's how I got started. I know that I'm sorry that might have been a way too long explanation, and I probably lost like 50% of you guys. But whoever stayed, that's cool. Thanks for listening to my story. Number 9, what am I reading right now? I'm basically reading. What am I reading? Oh, Black Science. I'm reading that in my bed digitally, even though I have like the deluxes. It's just like, sometimes after packing all the stuff, I do not want to sit down anymore and look. I just want to lay in my bed, have a tablet, and just read until I fall asleep. So that's what I'm reading digitally. And then I am also reading the Green Lantern omnibuses whenever I feel like I have energy to just sit on a chair and look down and read. But most of the time, I think for like 2, 3, maybe a month now, I'm just like laying in bed reading because I'm just so tired. And then number 10, I get this question quite often, and then I just want to give you guys some clarification on why I price things the way I do and why I can't price match even though I might be losing customers and whatnot. So I'll be going through a little breakdown of my prices, why it's there, and how it works. Okay, so all right, so the screen is flipped. All right, what we're gonna do to go over the prices. So let's say a standard Marvel omnibus is about $125. Okay. Penguin Random House officially announced that they'll be giving 50% off Marvel titles. So our total cost as a retailer will be $62.50. So let's break it down. 80 minus 62.5 is $17.50 before expenses. Okay, so it's gonna cost $7 for shipping for an 8-pound book. That's usually the Spider-Man and Roger Stern omnibus that just came out. When you pack it up and everything, it's about 8 pounds. And then $2 extra for packaging, like $1.50 for the box, some peanuts, and the tape. And so we're left with $8.50 after expenses. Okay? And here's the kicker. Let me move my camera a little bit, give it some room. Alright, so here's the kicker. Yeah. Actually, I just moved it right here. So LTL, and we had to pay Diamond for shipping. So LTL shipment is basically means less than truckload. So they'll be sending pallets to me with a truck that's a little bit smaller than an 18-wheeler, right? And it needs a lift gate, so it's more expensive to have that mechanism. And what that does is basically helps move the pallets from the truck, and you can lower it down to the ground floor without a forklift or any of that stuff, because I don't have the space for a forklift, of course. So that's going to cost a little bit more. And then that way they can use like a pallet jack to wheel it into the street. And since my pallets are about like 1,000 pounds minimum, I had to manually, unload each pallet into my garage, because they can't wheel it up to my garage. It's just too heavy for them to, do that. So that's basically what LTL shipment means and how the process works. And so the reason why IST, DCBS, and I think Tales of Wonder, they're all the same company, I think. But the reason why it's so cheap is because their warehouse is actually, right next to not right next, but it's pretty close to Diamond's warehouses. And so their shipment is actually a lot cheaper. For example, if I were to ship a pallet to Amazon, which is 15 minutes away from my house, it will cost me $60 to $90 for 3,000 pounds worth of stuff. Okay, but if I were to ship it anywhere else to any other states, it'll cost me about $400 a minimum, and then more depending on how far it is. So that's the reason why IST their prices are so good, is because they don't have to worry about like paying so much money for receiving the books. And also their discounts are a lot bigger because they can order much more volume. So the more that you buy, the cheaper discounts you get. And since I'm a small business, I don't have that buying power, so I can't buy as much as all these other companies can buy. So that's the reason why my prices are the way it is. So for me, shipping from Tennessee or New York through a pallet is about $600. It's about like the real price is like $568, but I rounded it up for $600 just to make everything more clear. So let's say 50 cases of books. 50 cases fits on a pallet. Okay, so 50 cases of the Roger Stern book. Let's see, right over there. That's one case. One case is going to hold about four books. Okay, so about 50 cases is 200 books on a pallet, and that's about how much fits on the pallet. And so if I sell all 200 books for $800, and then I make a profit of $8.50, I'll be have a profit of $1,700. Okay, but now I have to subtract the cost of shipping, which is $600, and I'll be left with $1,100 for the week if everything sells. And this is just for one title, okay? And of course, not all of my Spider-Man Roger Stern sold, so I may still be in the negative. But it's okay, because you know what? It is what it is, and it's always the beginning of a small business is where it's rough. But I hope this helps you understand on the cost and how much we actually make and whatnot. Of course, the discounts are a little bit different per retailer, and this is not including Shopify fees. If you have a warehouse costs, accountants, they're just so much more expenses that we have to worry about and make sure that our margins are there and that we make enough profit to cover all these costs. So I hope this gives you a much better understanding on why I price like this, and if I do raise my prices, because I may need to in the future. And the reason why I price match in the beginning was for people to actually, try out the business. Because if I were to launch a brand new website and have all these people come to my website and be like, yo, this guy, we don't even know this guy, and he's charging, 25% more than what we're used to. Why would I buy from this person who I don't even know? So that's the reason why I've been charging so cheap or trying to match my competitors, even though it's costing me money, or I'm not making any money in the long run, is because I know that this will help me build a following, build loyal customers, and I know my service will actually, be there, or my service will be efficient enough for you guys to be okay spending a little bit more with me than the competition. All right, so I hope that that long explanation gave you a better understanding of how everything works financially, and the margins that I go through just to provide you guys with your books. Yeah, and then I don't mind not making that much money, or just being able to get by for the first few months to a year, because I know I'm more of a long-term thinker, and I know like the more people I provide value to, and the more people get to see my service and how much I like go out of my way to take care of you, the audience, the customers, like you guys will continue to grow and support me. And then even if I do have to raise my price in the long run, I know that you guys will be there to support me grow. And I just want you to know, in the future, my prices will be going down. It's just like in the beginning, like the first 1 or 2 years, it's gonna have to stay at this price, maybe be higher, maybe be higher. Just depends on how everything goes. But I just want you to know, the longer you guys help support this company or support my growth, I'll be able to provide you guys with better discounts and better rates and better service much sooner than later. All right, so I hope this covers the pricing and how everything works on my end. All right, so that's basically all the questions that I have written down to answer for you guys. If you guys like this video, long detailed explanations, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know what else you guys like to see. What more do you want me to talk about? I'm always open to doing these type of videos, even though it's kind of scary. But I do what I can. It helps me grow. It helps me become a better person. It helps me provide better value for you guys. So always, let me know what you guys want me to talk about next. What else you like to see. I will also be looking into doing like interviews with the hardcover comics. We just need to schedule a correct time. Other people as well later down the road. And then my boy Mitch, he's a funny guy. You guys should follow him. He's Omni Buddies. I talk to him almost every day. He has jokes, man. Every time I hear his name, he has jokes. But yeah. That's the plan down the road. If you like this, leave a comment, subscribe, notification bell, what all that YouTube stuff, I'll understand it down the road. But as always, I really appreciate you guys for supporting my growth, supporting the business, being very understanding and open to everything that I say about the delays, the shipment delays, stuff going on with Diamond, damages, Penguin in-house, distribution, all that good stuff. I always make sure to let you guys know exactly what's going on in the business. The best way to stay notified is actually to subscribe to my email letters or email list on the website, because I usually do provide very, very, very specific details on what's going on in all my emails. All right, so hope you guys like this video. If you want to see more, just smash that like button and whatnot, so I actually know you guys enjoy videos like this. And I'll see you guys next time.